Welcome to Keeping the Edge. We check in on athletes and their routines at home, how they're preparing healthy meals, and how they're keeping a positive mindset. It's a holistic approach keeping these athletes ready to play.
Here comes Mike.
Today, we check in on BC Lions quarterback Mike Reilly, the former most outstanding player, two-time Grey Cup champion, and the toughest player in the CFL.
Takes punishment, just keeps on going. Maybe he's Iron Mike.
But whenever the CFL resumes, Mike Reilly will also be the oldest quarterback. So, how is Mike Reilly keeping the edge?
It's always a pleasure to be joined by Mike Reilly, and he's in the Seattle area. I'm in Toronto because this is life right now. Mike, how you doing?
Oh, man, we're doing good. We're healthy, and that's the most important thing, obviously, this day and age. But we're trying to do the best we can. Stuck in the house with two little ones. They're hiding behind me somewhere. You're probably going to hear some Disney iPad music going on because that's the world we live in. Everybody has to work around family members now and somehow make it work, and we're no different.
How is a professional quarterback in the Canadian Football League, one of the best quarterbacks, an MOP, a Grey Cup winner, how is he preparing for a season that he doesn't know when it's going to start, and he's got two little ones running around?
The challenge really right now is twofold. You don't know when you have to be prepared to start, and you don't have the facilities that you normally would have, like gyms. I think what most people, myself included, are trying to accomplish is maintain what you built, because if and when we do start to play, it's going to be impossible to ramp up fast enough to get everything back. But in terms of strength conditioning, that's where you really have to get the most creative and supplementing what you would do in the weight room with weights, with things that are heavy around the house.
Okay, Mike, this is the moment I'm waiting for. I'm sure you've always wanted to show me how you got those big guns. Let's go. Show me what your day-to-day workout is.
Oh, man, I'm a little concerned. I don't think you're going to be able to raise your arms to wash that beautiful hair of yours for the next week after we get done with this upper body workout. But that's what we got planned. We're gonna work waist up. Don't skip leg day. I know you always do, but that's okay. We're gonna cater this to you. We're gonna get some replacements for bench press, curls, and some rows, basically the upper body, but we're going to use body weight. We're going to throw in some resistance bands, and we're going to see if we can get you pumped up, man.
Jacked. Can't wait.
Look at this. See, I don't even have to run the show. She's going to show us what to do. What do you got? So if we're going to hit some push-ups, oh boy. Yeah. If we're going to hit some push-ups, look at this.
How much fun is it to have your daughters around? And I mean...
This is great. Yeah, okay. If we're going to do some push-ups, Scianitti, we want to replicate what we're trying to do in the weight room with like a bench press or something. We need some more resistance. So I'm going to get my assistant to bring if she'll share. Can I see the purple one? Just the purple one. All right, so you can take a resistance band. Oh my gosh. All right, so this one's not as heavy resistance, but that's okay. You're loop it in your hands and wrap it around your back. And then you're just going to do a regular push-up, and it's just going to give you some resistance. It's not 225 pounds of bench press, but you're just going to get some resistance push-ups.
And I imagine, though, if you wanted a little extra weight, you could add a little one to your.
That's what I'm
add
trying
a little one to your back.
I'm trying to get my 35-pound plate over here. Come here. Okay, you ready to jump on my back? Let's go. Get on. Come on. All right. And put your weight on your back. Strap your band. We're going to do a set of 20, all right? So let's hammer a set out, all right?
You right? Ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
You're going to count for me?
1.
Oh, well, that's a little bit fast, but keep going. That's 3.
3, 4, 5.
All right, 21, perfect. We might have skipped a couple in there, but I think we got pretty close to 20. Nice job. Good. So I've been pushing, so now I want to get a pull. So I'm going to move on and do some sort of row. That's where we can use these resistance bands, though, and there's a number of different ways to do it. When I'm using a band, it's more of just like a burnout set. Like I'm going to go until it really starts to become challenging, and then I'm going to try to push it for 5 more. If that takes 10 to get you to that point, great. If it takes 2 to get you to that point, which it probably does, Scianitti, you need to work harder. But if you get to 20 or 25, that's probably pretty good for one set. Help my assistant's back. What are you looking for? Okay. You're getting kitty in your purse. Perfect. Okay.
Accessories, Mike. Accessories at home
Yes.
is always important.
Did you find what you needed? Okay, good. All right. See you later. If I was going to do shoulder press with some dumbbells, I would probably do 50, 55-pound dumbbells. So I could take an 80-pound bag of concrete. I could just sit there and just do some shoulder press. And again, if I was going to do dumbbells with this, I'd probably do 55 or 60 pounds dumbbells, and I'd do a set of 8 or 10. I only got 80 pounds here, so I'm probably going to hit 15 or 20 of these.
Do we want to tell everybody the story of the 2015 Grey Cup? You just win your first championship as a starting quarterback. You're running around doing interviews. I'm trying to get an interview with you. You're in the stands seeing your family and friends. I'm in the stands. And then you basically just hop over. And of course, I'm wearing my suit and trying to hop over. And next thing I know, Mike Reilly's got his hands underneath my armpits, picking me up out of the stands and putting me on the ground. You remember that?
I do. I mean, I reenact that moment pretty much every day here at the house when Brooklyn wants to go over the gate that we had that blocks the stairs.
Yeah, I was just giving you practice for when you were hoisting up the trophy, Mike. Don't forget that.
Yeah. One of those jobs was extremely important. The other one, not so much. I'll let you decide which one. The next thing that I would do in an upper body workout at the gym would be biceps and triceps of some kind. I got a pretty simple dumbbell right here. It's a bucket, 5-gallon bucket. I got about 35 to 37 pounds worth of weight in this bucket. If you got the ability, you can do 2 buckets, but right now, I would just bang out a set of curls. I think you got your water jugs over there. That's good.
Yes, I'm feeling the burn just as you're feeling the burn, but in 8-pound increments.
That's really good, man. That's really good. I'm super proud of you. So we've done the biceps. Now we want to hit the other side. Usually we'd be at cable crossover machine hitting tricep extensions. We don't have that here, but we do have bands. So we're just going to loop the band underneath right foot and pull our arm up above our head and just do some banded tricep extensions. Trying to get somewhere, 10 to 15 reps, 4 to 5 sets of this.
Now I've done the workout of a professional quarterback.
Oh, man, I can't wait until you do your next workout next year. This should carry over until then, I'm sure.
We do appreciate, though, you giving us the circuit training and the Reilly hustle.
Absolutely, man. That's the secret sauce. Don't tell anybody.
Mike, what is as important as working out in your home at this time is what you do in the kitchen. How does your family become part of the meal prepping process?
It was probably about 1.5 to 2 years ago. Emily was up for a long weekend, and she decided she was sick of watching me go to work without breakfast, knowing that I was going to stop at a fast food restaurant and get some sort of unhealthy breakfast sandwich. So she went to the store, she bought a bunch of ingredients, and she spent an hour or 2 making a massive amount of breakfast burritos.
Scrambled eggs, breakfast sausage, some sweet potato strips, and some peppers and onions sauteed up. That's a breakfast burrito. Usually I take 2 of those to work.
And it has an added benefit for us is when we do a meal prep like that, that cuts down on the amount of times that we have to leave the house and go to the grocery store, which is obviously something that I think everybody is trying to do right now with the self-isolation and the staying at home initiatives. We all have to go to the grocery store, but the amount of time, we can limit that as best we can. That's helpful for everyone. So we've kind of continued that tradition now this off season, in no small part because of the COVID-19 situation that we have.
Mike, last year you did a feature with CFL.ca in which you opened up about how you live with your own mental health issues. What has this last few weeks and months been like as you play through kind of your own emotions and your mental process with your family?
At times things can feel extremely lonely, or you're in this massive challenge by yourself because we don't get to have the close personal interactions like we're used to having, but is to try to have a little bit of normalcy and try to keep things as they would be on a normal weekly basis. So we still try to keep, the weekends being something special. We try to do Friday night is our popcorn movie nights. We're creatures of habit, and we always have something on the calendar to look forward to.
Everything's kind of stagnant right now. Admittedly, the Lions had a poor season last year. You have an important role as the starting quarterback of a team that's looking to rebound with a new coach in 2020.
Yeah. I mean, we generally don't agree on anything, Scianitti. I think, thankfully, we can both agree that 5-13 is not up to standards and is disappointing. Thanks for pointing that out, man. I had almost forgotten about it. But it does present an interesting challenge for sure. On Tuesday, I got a Zoom meeting lined up with the wide receivers for the BC Lions to go over some of the new playbook stuff and just to talk football a little bit, but also just to kind of connect on a human level as well. So I think technology has played a big part in helping people cope. And we're kind of slowly implementing that and giving information to the guys a little bit at a time, not to overwhelm them, but to make sure they stay engaged so that when the time comes and we need to ramp up, they're ready to go.
When this is all over, what do you hope you've gained? What perspective do you hope you've gained out of all this?
Yeah, man, I think the biggest thing that probably everybody has gained is not to take things for granted. I think that the first kickoff that happens for the CFL, the next kickoff, whenever that is, I think that's going to be a momentous occasion because right now we don't know when that's going to be and it's been taken away from us. And I do truly believe that the CFL is a game that brings the entire country of Canada together. And I think when we all step on that field finally and the ball's kicked off and people get to enjoy it and we don't have to worry about COVID-19, that's going to be a massive means for celebration regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard. So that's something I'm very much looking forward to.
Well, Mike, it's been a pleasure. It always is. You know I love you, buddy. It's good to see you. Keep well with you and your family, and I can't wait until we get back on the field, buddy.
Man, I would agree with everything. I'm just not sure that we have the same definition of pleasure, but yeah, I look forward to seeing you again, I suppose.